Welcome to everybody watching the VOD. All right. I hope I'm on the right... Am I on the right profile here? Am I actually streaming? Oh, I'm on the wrong category for one thing. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's kind of loud. Man, I need to remember how to do that, because when it messes up, it's really bad. That's not that bad. What's up, Zazie? Yeah, and you just ushered in some really amazing luck to start out this this level. I got 4 out of 5 of them right on that spawning point. So thank you. I blame you. Oh god. And okay. I'm so used to playing this game all-out aggressive. That's not what I need to practice. I need to practice completing a run at all costs. And so I need to not do things like that. Uh-oh. But yeah. I'm gonna be doing 100k points for this game. Thankfully, Retro Gaming Live was okay with kind of an arbitrary completion, arbitrary goal, because this game has no actual ending. Wow. You gonna glue yourself to the top? Not fast enough. But yeah, I think Retrothon actually starts tomorrow, but my runs aren't until later in the week. We have all the time in the world. I don't need to do anything rash. Yeah, I really like where my runs are. I love the time of day that they're gonna be. Soon after I wake up these days. So I can start my day with a little bit of fun and then just chill for the rest of the day. That's perfect for me. What am I doing? That's a pretty good starting luck for this wave. I'm going for it. Oh, that's such bad luck. Not really luck, but it feels bad whenever that timing works out that way. You lose 10 seconds because you just barely didn't finish in time to stop the pterodactyl from coming out. Okay, let's see what happens here. You tried. Pterodactyl's coming. Stay in the middle. Yeah. I should have just tried to go to the right. That was my only out. What are you doing? He almost won that race. Well, that was my bad. And 100,000 points is coming up right now. And that's that run. Let's go again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it this year. And if my sleep is stable, then it'll feel like such a... That'll feel so good, because when I first started having my massive sleep problems was retrothon last year. There we go, that's how you do that. That's how you start that wave. The eternal dream, I know, right? But that would feel like such a... Like, I need to not, like, put pressure on it, but it would feel like such a boost to do a better job with it this year. And my runs are at a time in the day where I don't have to worry about it as much, so... Last year I was... My runs were at like 6 and 7 a.m. Well, that was really badly done on my part. I just ran to the right and said, well, maybe something good will happen. My speed was slightly different from usual, and so I had no idea what was going to happen, as evidenced by what happened. Play it safe. That's fine. What's up, Janglestorm? Welcome. Cowabunga! That's something people might say when they're riding ostriches. Thank you for the good luck. Definitely a strong component of all of my games for Retrothon. Thank you so much for the raid. Yeah, I was like, wait, were you just streaming? Peek over. Yep. Thank you so much. Yeah, for some reason my raid sound isn't working anymore. I need to check into that. But, yeah, I hope your stream went well. Welcome, everybody. My name is Saria. I'm a variety streamer. Right now, I am derusting some speedruns for Retrothon 2025, a speedrunning event that's starting tomorrow, put on by Retro Gaming Live TV. Lucky enough to be able to be a part of their events, and I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be a lot of great runs coming up. I should have linked the schedule, actually, in my command. I'll have to fix that sometime soon. I should definitely include the schedule. But yeah, I do lots of retro speedruns, especially games from the Kunio-kun or River City Ransom franchise. I do some casual games sometimes. I just finished my first ever Mystery Dungeon game, which was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Had a good time with that. It's definitely a unique experience. The end parts of that game wrecked me emotionally as well, which was... I was told in very clear terms that's exactly what would happen to me. Terry is stuck, that poor chap. Just have to wait for him to get out of there so you can progress. PB'd and where's Waldo Medium? Heck yes, 3rd place. Incredible. Congratulations. And then some no resets of Radical Rescue. Excellent. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed Janglestorm's stream. Pterodactyl's gonna be guarding this egg. So I'll just wrap like that. Okay, there we go. So the goal for this speedrun that I'm going to be doing at Retrothon is just getting to 100,000 points. the most, like, all of the speedrunning categories for this game are arbitrary. Not really. Some of the goals are more arbitrary than others. The main speedrunning category now is getting to wave 50, completing wave 49, because that is the last full loop of the game where the hardest enemies in the game are all, like, all of the enemies are only the hardest enemies in the game. I have gotten to wave 49 exactly once in my life. The only person who has a completed time of wave 49 on speedrun.com is Nest Cardinality. This should get you to 100,000 points. But there are speedrunning categories of 50,000 points and 100,000 points as well. 100,000 points was included in the Big 20 in 2023, I believe. 2023, I think. The Big 20 race for the spring in 2023. But there you go, that's 100,000 points. It's going pretty well right now. Let's do one more of those. This game is pretty freaking evil. There are the only recorded instances. There are exactly 2 non-tool assisted recorded instances of people getting to wave 50 in this game ever. I love this start out. I love doing that. That's my favorite pattern on that wave. So this game, all of the enemy spawning locations are luck based, and when you do the first wave is always the same, and when you do it similarly enough, you will always see a pretty repeating pattern for wave 2. But then after that, it's basically impossible to get expected results for wave 3, and so there's no way that we know to actually reliably manipulate this game, unfortunately. That would be incredible. But also, the physics are so ridiculously robust that basically anything, like, it's impossible to create the same effects 2 runs in a row after a certain point. Yeah, thank you again for the raid, Jungle Storm. I should have given you a shout out. I always forget to do that. So it doesn't really matter where you camp out on the spawning locations. It's just random, whoever spawns on top of you. But you obviously, you're wanting everybody to spawn right below you so you can just take them out immediately. And you get a special points bonus for collecting an egg before it hits the ground. And so that's a double whammy. Whenever I take somebody out immediately when they spawn under me, it also allows me to collect the egg immediately, as long as I time the jump correctly. That was really dumb on my part. I got impatient, and I got kind of impatient to get... Okay. So this is what I need to prevent... Well, I'm also completely boxed in. Yeah. They're blocking me perfectly. I don't really have any good options. And those are the easiest enemies in the game, by the way. But if they just happen to be positioned in unfortunate ways, then you don't really have an option. You just kind of have to wait for a long time, and maybe something, okay, well, maybe you can get out. But the object of this game is to hit people from above, and that's how you defeat enemies. But the AI is 100,000% random every single frame. They can make any decision every single frame. And those white enemies are a step above. There are 3 types of enemies in this game. Those red riders, the white hunters, red bounders, my bad. The white hunters and the blue shadow lords. And already, the bounders are already unpredictable. The hunters are very tough, and the shadow lords are basically the game telling you you have no control over anything that happens. So you just have to, in order to even get to wave 39, you just have to throw attempts at the game until it stops throwing unreactable, unwinnable situations at you. Skill can only take you so far in this game. But that's why categories like 50,000 points and 100,000 points exist. See, I was completely blocked off there. I couldn't really approach from any angle. Another pterodactyl's coming. Yep, right there. Now I have to wait until he's gone. We're getting more and more enemies now, which creates a lot of chaos and reduces your options. Makes it more difficult to get around, and also read the room and be prepared for sudden motions from any side. I'm taking you out, goodbye. And then I immediately ruined it. Yeah, even those slow-moving enemies, it's hard to tell what they're going to do vertically at any given moment. And so it's best to try to just control all the space above them. Like, something I haven't been doing, which I need to start doing more, is bouncing off the top ceiling. Like this. Because that gives me a higher chance. Like, it takes a bit more time, and it doesn't allow me to grab the egg in the same time that I take them out. But you do a better job at controlling, like, all the different outcomes. Oh my god. And then he went up at that exact moment. Yeah, I just have to try and sit above them. Oh, see, like, I tried to go after that one guy, but that gave everybody else time to get above me. I only have 1 life left, but thankfully, I don't have long to go before I'm at 100,000 points. Hopefully I don't die in the next wave, because I have a very, very low amount of points right now. And usually I'm able to I'm done by now. But now we're in a very tough wave, and I still have 2,000 points to go. 1,000 points to go. There we go, it's it. So that was more of a scary run there. The game asserted its dominance a bit more. I want to end off on less of a scary run before I move on, so let's try one more time. Oh, whoops. Oh, first off, let me give the shout out. Oh my god. I have to respond to something here. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Bit it. This is an exciting baseball game in the background here. Diamondbacks versus Cubs. Wow. High-scoring game and close late in the game. Oh yeah, this is like technically the best pattern, but I forgot that I have to wait for that one. Should get them to line up. It's such a beautiful day outside here. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you again for the raid. Oh, that's a fast wave. And this one will not be. We see that was perfect. Oh god. And now I'm at 1 life. Very early on here. Whenever the stages are in these configurations with a ton of platforms, it's very difficult to move around. This game's physics are actually incredibly unwieldy if you're not used to them. The only way you can move left and right when you're in the air is if you do the flaps. Your only normal directional movement is when you're on the ground. And your movement is incredibly heavy. It's extremely momentum-based. It takes a ridiculous amount of input to get you to change directions. So it's very difficult to get around in this game, and if you're boxed off, then you're kind of screwed. And it's very, very easy to hit corners and get rebounded when you're trying to get around platforms. That's bad luck. Alright, let's play super safe from here on out, I say, as I go straight toward that guy. And then do this. Yeah, that's why you don't do that. Let's play super safe, and then I do stuff like that. This game, it's so difficult. Like when you feel like you see options. Squishy, welcome! Oh my gosh, long time no see. I hope you're doing awesome. Wonderful to see you. Yep, joust again. Getting this game ready for a speedrunning marathon. Doing awesome? Heck yes. Okay, that's good luck. And now I'm going to stay above him, use the ceiling to get myself some speed coming downward. I do not have very many points right now. And now here come more difficult waves, and I have to play them extremely safely. I really need to be coming into here with more lives, but this is not insurmountable. Okay. And now you need the pterodactyl is going to start coming out a lot sooner, so I need to. Yep, he's guarding that egg. Which, if I don't get it, then it's going to hatch into another rider. And it's pretty impossible to tell if what the pterodactyl is going to do as well. All of the enemies in this game are really unpredictable, and they can make at any moment they can make last-minute decisions that make them rebound off of walls or off of other enemies. See, like that, it was really tough to tell when that hunter was going to bounce off the ceiling, so I just had to try and stay as high as possible to reduce the amount of time that he would be above me. And now I just have to wait for him to go. If he keeps bouncing back and forth, then it just slows everything down. Let's just try and stay above. Yeah, whatever. I have a bit more lives to play with now. Here comes the pterodactyl. Yeah, and he just happened to go dead straight, and that was too late for me to course correct vertically because it takes so long to. I was falling too fast to be able to get away from his path in time. So even if you can see, even if you know he's coming, it's hard to tell if he's gonna bounce off of people. Like every enemy in this game can do anything in any frame, and now I'm below, which means I'm screwed. Because now they have all of the room, they're just, what am I supposed to do? I just have to wait for people to come down. Okay, now they gave me an avenue to go up. But now there's a pterodactyl and everybody's bouncing off each other. That was lucky. Come here. Now also that's 100,000 points, I didn't even notice. Definitely a stressful game. Oh my goodness, this baseball game is wild. What the heck? So a bit stressful. So let's go for an even possibly more stressful game. This is going to be the first game of the Cuneo block that I'm going to be doing at Retrothon. Oh, this is the English. Let's not do the English translation. They put a lot of bad words in there. Okay. I need to try to remember how to actually change the difficulty mode and the text. Or not the difficulty mode, just the text. Alright, and go. Nope. That's difficulty, that's the text. So I just changed the text speed to very fast. And I'm gonna go straight to the left here. The object of this game is to, fight a specific, like, to fight a certain order of enemy clans, such that it progresses the game. But the first thing I'm gonna do is gamble my money. Okay, I won a coin flip. I'm gonna have to try and win 5 coin flips. I just lost the second one, and so now I have no money, and so now I'm gonna have to play the game normally. So now let's try and see where the... Oh, everybody's really far away. Let's go to Sudaga then, I guess. Or no, let's stay in Kawachi, because this is all the rooms in this area are fairly fast to fight in. This is a very somewhat repetitive game loop, but I find it satisfying to play. You just have to beat up a bunch of rival clans until the game says you've done enough to win. And the game does not tell you, even if you knew Japanese, the game doesn't actually tell you any of what you're supposed to be doing. But thankfully, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. This is the first clan that I have to fight. So let's fight him. And you can see that this game is barely moving. This game was incredibly ambitious, which means it doesn't work. So I have to try to take out my ally ASAP so that the game can actually kind of run. There we go. Now he's done, and so now the game's gonna be moving a bit faster. And now I just have to keep on fighting. And this is basically the game, but it gets progressively more and more and more clench-worthy the stronger the enemies become. I think somebody's... Yep, they're both stuck on the right side, running into the wall because this game is perfect. Absolutely no issues with this game. And I'm sure you'll see that continue to be proven true throughout the speedrun. But I was trying to start off the game by winning a bunch of coin flips in the gambling house and getting enough money to buy some items that speed up the game like makes the speed run twice as fast. But unfortunately, we weren't able to get that. So now the game will be twice as slow. I see that the next people I have to fight are in this area, Hizen. There is a random, where they actually, which room in the area they appear in is completely random, and so we just have to keep looking around until we find them. My weapon's gone. My ally hit me and knocked my weapon into this area. I have to just leave the room and come back and get my weapon because it's unbelievably slow to fight them without an overhead weapon like this. This is more powerful anyway, so this works out. This is also a cliff room. I can technically use this area to my advantage and knock people off the sides. As long as it's not the boss, that counts as you defeating enemies and progressing the fight. If you knock the boss off the side of the stage, then it does not count and you have to do the entire room again, fighting all of the standard enemies along the way. Because this game is perfect. But now I can use this to my advantage. I can just knock this guy off, and this counts as him being defeated. That other guy doesn't know what the heck is going on. Oh, because I knocked my ally off the side, that other guy is still targeting him, and he doesn't know what the heck to do. So that guy's actually going to be a bit... Now they're both stuck. Okay, I thought there was actually a reason that I shouldn't knock Sue off the side, and now I remember why. Because now these guys are difficult to fight. And I'm waiting for them to lie on their backs, because if you keep hitting them while they're rolling around, it doesn't actually deplete their primary HP. You see on the top of the screen how I have a top bar of health and a bottom bar of health? The bottom bar of health does not deplete if you're not lying on your back. So, I have to wait until enemies are lying on their backs to be able to actually defeat them. Or you can just knock them off. Now I have to be careful, because now we have a double boss battle, and if I accidentally knock them off the side, or if they jump off the side, then I have to redo this entire room again. So, let's be careful. And actually, I'm screwed. Okay, I'm not screwed. I thought they were gonna run all the way to the edge. Thankfully, that's actually one really nice aspect of this game compared to River City Ransom. In River City Ransom, enemies, if enemies walk all the way to this... he had no health left. Enemies walk all the way to the edge of a ledge in River City Ransom. But thankfully in this game, they don't do that, or else it would make it impossible to not hit them off the side. And now we have a decent part of the game where... oh my gosh, there's just so... I'm realizing what I realized last time I did this, where there's just so freaking much to talk about in this game at all times, even though you're technically doing the same thing over and over and over again. This next part of the game, all of the enemy clans will move toward me on the world map, which is nice, because you can just stay in an area where the rooms are fast to fight in, like Kawachi here, and I have to fight the periwinkle guys, the yellow guys, and the green guys. All of them are going to move toward me on the map, so I can just sit here, wait for them to come to me, and then fight them. These guys are the fast runners, so they're just going to be running and running and running the whole time. Okay, and Sue was already close to dead because he didn't actually die in the last fight. He just fell off the screen, so he kept the amount of health he had. Oh my god, I hate this. What am I supposed to do here? This game is perfect. So the answer to that is I'm supposed to hit him with a dashing attack, which actually knocks him down. That guy actually went through me, and so I wasn't able to knock him down. As soon as enemies start moving quickly in this game, things get really awkward. And things were already kind of awkward to start with. Yeah, because they slide through you. So you hit them, and then you try to hit them to knock them down, and you can't hit them anymore. And even if you turned around, you would still not be able to hit them because they're directly inside your hitbox. Now, I have what I call early single spawns. I can tell that only one person is spawning at a time because the game is moving kind of at normal speed, which is... that can make things scarier because it makes the enemies harder to react to. And just like in Joust, the enemies are very unpredictable in this game. Okay, the yellow guys are in Kawachi now, and I do have to fight them, so let's go look for them. They are right here, and this is a terrible start, because now they're really far away from me, and I need to be able to hit them. Water in this game is absolutely terrible. There are areas in this game that are all water, and that makes them just horrific to fight in. And there is a room in this game in particular that I call the toilet room. It seems like one clan, like this part of the game is nice because these clans that I have to fight do move toward me on the world map, but some clans are not like that. Some clans never move toward you on the map, and some clans actually move away from you on the map, which makes it very, very difficult to even progress the game at all. Nice snipe, dude. Oh my god. I'm very low health now. I can't pick up the weapon. I'm actually not going to collect this guy's money because that would give the next person a chance to spawn right on top of me and knock me down. Okay. Oh my god, he went perfectly timed his punch in my cooldown. Could not have been done any better. I'm going to go to the right of this guy to try and block against this person. He ran almost at the perfect time to get around me. I've got early single spawns here. I thought that guy was running into the wall, but he wasn't. The game is already scary, and we're still in the early game. Somebody is running into a wall, but I don't know where. Okay, it's on the right side. So enemies get stuck, like, most of the rooms in this game, enemies get completely stuck, just like this, because this game is perfect. And in some situations, it's way worse for you than others. And he perfectly got around me. And now I'm on top of this, so I can't pick it up, and he's gonna knock me down. And now I'm dead. Downtown special. Oh hey, it's one of the other people we have to fight. What is going... Why can nobody hit anybody? So that's just... And again, we're in the early game here. And that's how fast you can die. Oh, there's something else I forgot to do. I'm like, why am I not dealing any damage? It's because I forgot to do this. I was supposed to be setting my level ups like this. Like, there's an option in this game. That's a really stupid mistake. There's an option in this game. When you defeat enemies, you gain experience and you can get level ups just like in a regular RPG. And this game gives you the option to siphon the growth of certain stats. You can adjust how fast certain stats grow. You have a punching stat, you have a kicking stat, you have a weapon stat, which is one of the things I majorly increased just now because I'm going to be using... This game is perfect, and sometimes people get stuck on objects that move away from you when you hit them. I'm going to be mostly using weapons throughout this entire game, and so... Oh my god, they both recovered in midair. I'm going to be mostly using weapons throughout this game. It's impossible to keep a thought train going while you're playing this game because every single time you try to talk for more than 2 seconds, something happens to you. Oh my god. And so, it's very important to increase the growth of my weapon stat in this game, so that I can deal more damage with my weapons. Somebody's stuck on the other side of the room, because this game is perfect. And they're stuck on the other side of the room. You can tell by hearing the noise of them laying on their back. That noise. Okay, now, this boss sucks. Even worse than the last one that just killed me, because he has a move that can frame perfectly damage you but when you deal damage. Just like that. And you can see how quickly he's getting away from me. Okay, we got him. We actually took out a boss. Yay! I'm going to go into... Oh, also I just lost all my money, which is really bad. Because I'm trying to get $1,000 dues, so that I can buy an item that vastly increases the speed of your fights. It's like a machine gun weapon technique. And I need $200 more to be able to get it, but when you die, you lose half your money. Are the yellow guys still here? Nope, they moved to the... Ugh. Come back, please. Come on. Thank you. It's just a game of tug of war to try and actually fight people in this game. What are you doing, buddy? So yeah, our poor partner is just gonna be absolutely blasted by his teammate the entire game. Where are you go? What in God's name would compel you to do what you just did? What programming would tell you to run away from me as fast as possible for that long? You're not even the AI that is like that loves to run. That's the guys that we beat a couple times ago. This game, it never ceases to surprise me and amaze me. Alright, the next guy spawned on the left. And he's running into the wall. And we'll just leave him there so that I can not be destroyed. Alright, there's a level up sound, so now my weapon is stronger. I'm just gonna do that. So I don't want this guy to get up. Now the game's moving faster, so I know that was the last guy. Now I'm gonna do this. Actually knock him down to start off the fight. That's much better. Yay! We did not die this time. Okay. Now, the last people we have to fight in this part of the game are those green guys. I'm actually going to... Now let's take them out on the way. So I now have enough money to get the super special awesome technique, which is going to make this game way faster. But, I have to go through this area to get it, so I might as well fight them on the way, unless they just moved. Nope. So they have to be in one of these next 2 rooms, unless the game glitched, because it does do that sometimes, and it doesn't spawn enemies in any of the rooms. They're in the worst room of this entire area, because of course they are. So there is inescapable water in this room where people can just get stuck because the AI doesn't know what to do when it gets onto a certain pixel. And also, oh my god, and he just knocked me down with his technique. And now he's just standing there saying, what? What are you looking at? Die. Okay, bye. The water currents in this game are terrible, and they make your hitboxes do weird things. The water in this game is just really bad for actually fighting quickly or fighting at all. See, I wasn't pressing any buttons there, and I'm being... and they're stuck. And I'm being moved across the screen. And when people are lying on their backs, they move at different speeds and different directions than they do when you're on the ground. So that means if you're standing on your feet and you're trying to hit somebody who's on the ground, they're going to be moving away from you. Like, you're going to be moving to one direction, they will be moving the other. So it's basically impossible to do what I'm supposed to be doing throughout the entire game and hitting people while they're on their backs. Water in this game is not fun. See, I'm moving away from this guy as I'm trying to hit him. Okay, the boss is this way. I should have done a running leap to knock him down, and there he goes. And now he's being moved toward my left, so I can't hit him. Okay, we got him. So, that's the easiest part of the game done. Now, I have to go all the way to the left side of the map to get to the next people, but first, before I do that, I'm going to spend some extra time and go to the mountains by not going up the hill. Going up the hill takes you to a swamp, and going onto the flatlands leads you to the mountains, because this game is perfect. We're gonna go all the way to this side of the world to buy the best weapon technique in the game, which is just a machine gun weapon technique. We'll equip it, and now we're set. And now we have to go all the way to the left side of the world. Take the next, like, minute and a half to do that. And hopefully, I can't remember if the guys that we need to face next actually move if you give them enough time on the map to just be left to their own devices. And for the rest of the game, that's basically how this is gonna be. We're gonna be having to chase people around the map, and they can, like, move out of the place that you're running to at any moment. And you could just spend basically an endless amount of time just chasing people around the map, desperate to be able to actually have them stay there long enough for you to get there, and then fight them. This is very much a Kusege kind of game. Alright, are they still there? They are, okay. Only, like, 5 more screens to be able to get to where we can maybe look for them. Because they're in Hizen, where we fought people earlier. There is a way to be able to fast travel in this game, so that you don't have to deal with this freaking nonsense. And that's one of the things I was trying to win a bunch of coin flips to get money for. But at this rate, and actually, one of the places you can buy it is in this area. But I might not get enough money to buy it until it's too late. They're in this room again. So I need to remember to not knock Sue off the side, my partner. But you can see this weapon is doing way better at actually hitting. Like, this actually stun locks people. You see, I was hitting bosses, and then they were like, while I was in cooldown, they would hit me. But that's not going to be happening anymore now that I have this special technique. This guy's stuck. And that guy stopped running, so this AI makes it a lot more difficult to actually use the cliff to our advantage here. So let's just fight them normally. Let's not worry about it too much. There's a level up. They perfectly surrounded me there. One guy went to my left, the other guy stayed on my right. That guy's gonna get up. And people bounce off of absolutely everything in this game. They'll bounce off of seemingly nothing sometimes, just to throw you off. That time he bounced off the edge of the stairs. Okay, that's an early single spawn. The game is actually moving fairly quickly now. That's actually not a very early single spawn. Okay, this is gonna be a awkward. This guy also has a really, really awful technique. But see, this is way better. This technique makes boss fights way better. He asked to join me, and that's fine, I guess. Okay, where are the next people? They're right here! That's incredibly lucky! And they're in this room, which is actually not bad at all. Okay, there's actually a basin in the center of this room where you can collect people and keep them under control. And that's nice for this clan in particular, because this is a really scary clan. They are basically the most unpredictable clan in the game. So, having them collected in that basin down there makes it way less scary. I can actually kind of predict where they're going to be coming at me from. They can be in cooldown, either from running into the wall or by jumping down to get to me. So this is agreeable. See, that guy's controllable because he's going to be landing in cooldown. Same with this guy. Perfect. Same with this guy. Nice. They're just coming toward me and collecting in this basin. Uh-oh. I went too far and couldn't hit him. That guy got up and immediately ran into the wall because he's a homie. Pretty face guy is a homie. So, I don't have really time to get around this boss and hit him before his text is done, so I'm just gonna let him do what his clanmates did and just run down here and then get beat up. So that was a pretty fast situation there, where I only had to move one room to get to the next clan to fight. Very nice. That's probably not gonna be happening for the rest of the game. Hi, generic dudes. You're the first clan in the game. I don't need to fight you again. I'm going to try to get back to Sudaga, the home base area, because that's where the brown guys, the next people I have to face, are. Hopefully they don't move away from me by the time I get to them. That's the name of the rest of the game. Hopefully they don't get away from me, but... My partner hit me. He's going to be getting revenge throughout the game. This is just the way it is. I have to leave friendly fire on so that I can actually play the game without it not moving at all, because I have to be able to hit him. Okay, there we go. These are the next people I have to fight. Thankfully, it did not take me very long to get to them. This part of the run is actually going pretty quickly, which is nice because I died. I died at a boss fight, which cost me a lot of time. These guys, as you can see, people can get stuck in this room. They can just fall down in this area and then decide, oh wait, I'm never moving again. I've forgotten how to move. Because this game is perfect. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this experience, is that there's absolutely nothing wrong with this game at all. I had to get around that guy. He was about to flank me from the other side. Now I'm surrounded, but one guy's... No, he's not stuck. I'm gonna do this, even though I can't hit that guy because he's on a down slope below me. I'm just gonna play defense. Now I'll do this. It actually worked out pretty well. Nice. But yeah, now that we have this technique, the boss fights should be pretty straightforward as long as I don't make a bad mistake. Which is a big as long as. The next thing I have to do actually is go and talk to that light gray guy. So as soon as I hear boss music, I'll know that I'm in the same room as him. You see, I'm moving way faster now because one of the stats... He hit me as I was leaving the room, and so now I have no weapon. And the light gray guy moved out of the area, and so now I have to chase him. Because in the amount of time it took me to try to get to him, he moved away. That's just one of the things that happens all the time when you're playing this game. I'll know that I'm at that guy that I need to do the cutscene for once I hear boss music as soon as I enter a room. And he's gonna take a long time to get to. The game does not tell you that you have to do this cutscene. He's in the last possible room I could have checked. I don't actually need to listen to all of his text, so I can just whap him. And I need to wait for the boss music to be over before I know the cutscene's done. And the next people I have to fight are very far away, in the desert. And this is going to be a double battle, so I'm actually going to use some of my money to heal. I am getting... Whoops. I am getting fairly close to being able to afford the fast travel, but we're getting kind of close to the end of the game now, actually. So again, like, by the time I can actually get that map cursor to move around the map freely with fast travel, it may be kind of too late. I'm just gonna hit him on his back so that he doesn't knock this weapon out of my freaking hands. So I think we're at the part of the game now where the enemies that you have to face can move away from you on the map by the time you get to them. They're still in the desert for now. This is where the desert is. Are they in this room? No, so they have to be in this room unless they've moved away by now. And I'm probably going to get hit the moment I enter this room because every single time you enter this room from the left, every single character in the room spawns directly on top of each other, and they're all going to be swinging at each other on frame 1. So it's very rare that you don't get your weapon knocked out of your hands when you enter this room. You just have to mash the swinging button as soon as you enter from the left. Because this game is perfect. And these guys have very unpredictable AI as well. And now all of the enemies in the game are very powerful. And they will always try to surround you. Or just do that. Because that is an optimal fighting technique right there. I will just let this guy be by himself here. So I can try and play it safe. Here's Pretty Face Guy, and they're just doing this. And you never know when they're gonna stop doing that, and just suddenly come after you and hit you, like guns blazing. Am I too far right? I wasn't, but, like, this game is glitchy, so I still didn't hit him. That's the willpower specialist, which means he's incredibly tough to knock down. I'm definitely gonna get early single spawns here because this guy has survived for at least the lifetime of the universe. Never mind. The gang fights keep going. So it's impossible to keep these guys together in this room because they will spawn on different levels vertically. So it's literally impossible to hit both of them at the same time and control this fight in this room. So you just have to pray. You only have to take one of them out anyway, because we have to do this fight twice. One of them will always run away no matter what you do, so you can just go after one of them anyway. So the next... Oh, and one of them just joined me and took Sue's place. And all the way on the other side of the world is where we need to go next. This is a secret shop, actually. Actually, I think I can get there from here. Because as we know, the desert leads directly to the swamp. Or not. Is this a cutscene? This might actually get a cutscene out of the way, which I have to do anyway. So that might be good. And same situation there. Everybody spawned exactly in the same place, and they're all swinging the moment you enter the room. So, I lost my weapon for a second. Okay, hopefully these people are still in the swamp. Nope, that's the wrong way to go. And that's a secret shop for some reason. Does this take me out? All the room layouts are, of course, incredibly confusing as well. Are you still in the swamp? Yes, you are. So you have to be in the other room because there are only 2 rooms here. This is a pretty bad place to fight because this place has almost no traction. They moved. See, that's a good example. They moved away in the time between I checked them last and the time I got to the other room, which was the only room they could have been in. Thankfully, they're in the first room that I checked in this area, so I didn't give them time to get away from me now. But that's a perfect example of what can happen to you. You can spend like an hour just desperately trying to run to where you have to fight the next people, and they will run away from you the entire time. Like right at the last moment, they'll go to another area. They're surrounding me really well here. And now you see how fast people are rolling away. This makes it very difficult to control the fights. Like, look at that. As soon as enemies have high agility, then it's just ridiculously tough to control the fights. And some of them are running at... See, that's what it looks like when they're running at you by the time you knock them down. If they're just standing still, see, they roll that slowly. But they're almost always doing different things compared to each other when you knock them down, and so they roll at completely different speeds and get really far away. That guy's gonna go all the way down there. If I drop down to try to face that guy, I would go into a different room and have to do this entire fight over again. And there he goes again. He's camping me in the place that I can't go, and he can. Okay. Thankfully, it's just a single fight this time, so now it's very straightforward. Alright. Now I've done the cutscene, so I think the next guy will already be here. Yes, he is. He's in the mountains, which means we need to not go up the mountain, but go straight ahead instead. Thankfully, they're not in this room. This room can be unbelievably slow to fight. They're in the cliff! Okay, so this can be fun. I need to make sure my ally doesn't die off the side of the cliff. Please don't hit me. Once I take out my ally, then I can take advantage of the cliff and just knock them all off the side of the room, which is really satisfying. But they can also knock you off the side of the cliff, which I guess it's fair play. And they hit non-existent walls and just go way away from you at any moment. So this is bad. Whoa, you have a lot of health. This is bad for me collecting money, but it's good for completing the fight quickly. And I'm actually at enough money that I can buy the fast travel option now. I can get it in this area, but there's only like a 50% chance that I can, because it's the shop that has the item can be obscured by a waterfall. And we'll see if it's obscured by a waterfall when I finish this fight, this is actually not a fight, this is just a cutscene. Alright, it's done. And is the waterfall covering things? Or can I get the super... No, I can get it! Okay, so now the horrors. Hopefully I buy the right thing. Please let this be it. I actually don't know if that was it. Okay, we got it. Okay. Now I need to go here to... See, he would have been exactly on the other side of the entire world, but we could just go straight there because we just got the fast travel option. Okay, and this is a weird room where, depending on where you enter from it, you can, like, there are two parts of this room, the top part and the bottom part, and each of them are inaccessible to each other. So, thankfully, that was just a cutscene. If I had to fight the people in that room, I would have not been able to get to them. And now I'm gonna lose my weapon here because everybody's right together at the same place and hitting me. And miraculously, that didn't happen. This is the second to last fight, and so we're not gonna be able to use the amazing fast travel option for very long, but it is useful for the amount of time that we have it, even though we barely get to use it. Uh-oh. I was in cooldown that entire time. I was mashing the button, but I was in my, landing stun. And that's another thing that happens in these low traction areas that makes them difficult to fight in. You'd be locked in landing lag for an incredible amount of time. Okay, I'm just gonna leave his money so I can control the next spawn. Of course, I'm being beset by either side. The enemies in this game are incredible at surrounding you, and that's the worst situation you can be in. I'll just take you out first. Because you're the one that's not harder to knock down. You're hard to knock down too, because you're the resilience specialist. Or no, you're the weapon specialist, what am I saying? Okay! We only have to fight this guy. This guy on the right who I can't freaking hit because this game is perfect. The other guy's gonna run away. So this is, again, just mostly a single boss. Alright, and now the last people are in one of the worst areas in the game. This place has even less traction than the swamp. And this happens to be a room where enemies get stuck really badly, and it's a gigantic room, so you can spend a million years having to run back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to try to fight people here. And they can get stuck on either side. And there's water to make things even worse. Yeah, people are stuck on the left. Now, and they're rolling all the way across the stage. Yeah, let's just do this. Look at how far they go. Oh my goodness. And then they slide through you so you can't hit them anymore. And this guy's going down this way, so I can't hit them both at the same time. At least that can happen. Sometimes people can fall onto their backs immediately if you hit them at the right time, which is very nice. That's one of the only good things that can happen to you in this game. One more guy. He might run into the wall here. Nice jump. I'm gonna knock him all the way to the right to ensure that the final boss spawns on the left, because fighting on the right of this stage is god-awful. I'm just gonna wait for him to come to me. Oh my good! See, they can just teleport when they're as fast as they are at this point in the game. And then nobody's left because we're at the end of the game. Go back here, enter this room, and time. That is Downtown Special, Kunio-kun's historical period drama. So you see how incredibly game-changing the special weapon technique and especially the fast travel item are. They completely change the game. They make everything immensely faster. You can actually control the bosses and the enemies way better with the weapon technique, and then you don't have to spend your entire life chasing everybody across the world map whenever you have the fast travel cursor. So if I were able to win 5 straight coin flips at the beginning of the game, I could just have both of those options right at the beginning and be able to just save 20 minutes of playtime. Also, I chose the wrong option there. I was supposed to say no to that request. They asked me to, like, live here now and stay with them and marry Okoto in the back there, and I said yes, which makes it end right here very unceremoniously. Bunzo, the guy in the green there, just says, "Great, let's party," and then that's it. If we say no, then we actually get a nice scene where Okoto chases after Kunio, or Kunimasa, and gives him a smooch. Which is, you know, way more dramatic. But yeah, that run had 1 death, because I got Downtown Specialed, and that happens sometimes. But it wasn't too bad. I didn't have to fight in any absolutely terrible... Well, the last room was kind of bad, but even the rooms that weren't very good to fight in, the fights went fairly quickly, at least, so I can't complain too much. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that run. I actually mostly remembered correctly what option I needed to change the text to very fast. I won 1 coin flip in the gambling house, so not all was lost. That's Downtown Special. Alright, moving on. Is this... Yes, this is correct. Okay, moving on to a much more This is the Kunio game that game was kind of based on, except this game is a lot more sensible and sensical. This is the Japanese version, the original version of River City Ransom. Downtown Neketsu Monogatari, or Downtown Neketsu Story. So this game is actually markedly different from the English release, not only because the money is slightly different in this game and you have to do slightly different routing to buy items, but also because this game has a completely different difficulty mode that they took out of the Western version, the easy difficulty mode. The medium difficulty mode was renamed as Novice mode in the Western versions, which is misleading because the medium difficulty mode is kind of hard. So you actually have an easy difficulty mode in the Japanese version that they just took out for some reason in the West. Don't know why, but that's the difficulty mode that we're going to be playing today, the easy difficulty mode. This is called Easy JP. And we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1, go! So, lots of differences in this version. Mostly, all of the enemies are weaker. That's mainly the difference. enemies and bosses, and so that did absolutely nothing to me. People aren't really going to be putting me into hit stun, and so they're not going to be slowing me down very much whenever I get hit. And there's not as much fear of dying as there is in every single other time you're playing this game. So this is kind of a breath of fresh air. Easy JP. And of course, there are different strategies to fight the bosses. Some of the bosses go down basically immediately if you know what you're doing. Yeah, just jumping straight into this. Hopefully I remember everything. Roxy's telling us that we need to power up or else the Dragon Twins are going to body us, but I'm not going to listen to her. Because this is easy JP. I'm going to take this crate because it's going to be very useful for me inside the warehouse. Okay, the jocks are here. I'm going to wait for them to run up against the wall so they collect there. And then I'm going to jump on the other side here and then just drop down and take them out. Very nice. And now they're going to collect here. Boom, boom, boom. That's bad. Yeah, he went... Oh, and he... Oh, that was a glitch! He actually landed on an invisible box! Have I seen that before? I don't know if I've seen that before. I've got to clip that after this. Holy freaking cow. That was awesome. Death warp time. So I completely messed up that boss fight. That boss fight is actually harder in this difficulty mode because he walks way slower, which decreases the chance that he's going to be able to walk into that box and deal damage to himself after you throw it into the wall. But, oh, whoops. I just cost myself some time by making him jump off to the right, but there goes Blade. So I messed up the Rocco fight a little bit, but it's okay because this is easy JP. Even when you make giant mistakes, it's not going to be the end of the world here. I'm just going to make sure those guys don't hit me and make me drop my chain. This chain's going to be incredibly necessary for the mid-game. What are you doing? But now, this is just like the dash... we call this the dash of death because it's really likely for you to get hit on the way to the mid-game. We have to run back through this... We had to backtrack to get to Blade, and now we have to run all the way back. This is nice. I got nobody spawning in here, so there's no lag, and this is the laggiest part of the game. But not when there are no gangs here. There's a chance for gangs or rival schools to not spawn at all. And so that reduces the lag, and I just completely missed my dash. I'm gonna jump here to make myself stronger. See, I got hit by a super attack there, which was 2 attacks in quick succession, hitting me at the same time. That deals unbelievable amounts of damage in the regular difficulty modes. But not in this one. It barely phased me. And there goes Turk. I actually need to not face the homeboys here. I need more money. So these guys will be fine. Yeah, that was... He perfectly timed that throw. Where is everybody? Ah, baseball! Okay, they're being very rude right now. They're perfectly surrounding me. But it's easy JP. We're fine. Yeah, I spaced that very badly. It's okay, I messed up this fight, but it's fine because it's easy JP and he's still done. Absolutely destroyed. And I have just enough money to buy Stone Hands. It's basically the punching version of the super attack that I bought in Downtown Special. And so now I can punch super fast and get people in hit stun and deal a lot more damage. I'm gonna wait to equip it until a certain point in the game because we can skip a door animation by pausing the game and then equipping something. I should have done the box sled. I'm a fool. I'm gonna go down here. Pick this up. And get hit. Because that guy refused to come down. That was really weird. He was obsessed with that box. Okay, so I'm pausing and equipping this now. Hopefully I'm close enough to the door that it's gonna be correct here. Yes, okay. And now... Something cool could have happened there, but it didn't, so that's a shame. Kobayashi. I messed it up. I was supposed to hit him with that hop kick. It's okay. We got the hardest part. We got the frame perfect input where I hit all 3 punches of the new super attack and then jumped after the last punch, which deals the most possible damage and then allows you to like go across the room and hit him with a hop kick. These guys will always run toward a weapon, so you can use that to manipulate their AI. Now we're in the end game here. Whoops. That should be it, right? Nope. Okay. I thought you could take him out in 3 rounds if you were perfect, but I guess not. Alright, inside River City High. This is the end of the game. What is going on here? I need to scroll the screen a bit more, because that'll make people spawn on the right, which seems counterintuitive, but this game is weird. I think I managed to still not get it to work. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't work, but it's the gym is really difficult to do quickly. I forgot to do the jump there. Whoops. It's okay. It's still very fast whenever you mess things up in this game. In this difficulty mode, I mean. That was the gym jump. That was a 2-frame window. I stored my high jump, and then by jumping on a very specific part of... Oh, these guys can still kill you. These are the owl boys. They can still stun lock you to death. Yep. Holy cow. Okay, now this can be actually deadly. Okay, we're fine. If you let them get away, they can kill you pretty fast, even in easy JP. Roxy was actually correct. Whoops. I didn't do the boss fight super optimally, but you don't have to in order to destroy easy JP. That is River City Ransom, or Downtown Neketsu Monogatari, easy JP, in about 6 minutes. Nice and simple. Just a fun way to experience this game without having to tear your hair out over just getting absolutely bodied at every single moment for no reason. Let's do another one. Formation. Yeah. He got a ton of velocity on that throw. I wasn't expecting it to travel that fast. Ah, it's such a freaking beautiful day here. This is probably going to be quite a short stream, so I can go back outside and enjoy the rest of the evening. But definitely needed to start getting some practice in. Deadly pattern. Not a big deal in this difficulty mode. I'll be taking that, thank you. I'll take this. Alright, can I get it this time? That should be it. Nice. That's a perfect Rocco fight there. You can do it a bit quicker in this version. In this difficulty mode. Wait. There we go. And done. Much better so far. Not much I can do about that. That was a deadly pattern. I meant to pick up the chain there. Hey, empty dump. That's one of the nicest rooms in the game to have nobody spawn in, because it's the hardest place to run through without getting hit, because you have no room to work with. Oh, he read my movement. I can't believe he didn't get me. Game failed him. See, quite a bit more lag this time. Oh, they could have gotten me. Yeah, they throw it at a really awkward time. Nice. Goodbye. I need to not see the, can I see the homeboys? Well, it's a squid, so it's fine. Goodbye. That's annoying. It's fine, though. There we go, and then boom. Perfect bosses so far. I think I missed every single boss fight in the entire run, in the last run, so we're doing better now. Except, I think I kind of failed Turk too, because I just completely whiffed him on the first strike. Let's try and mess everything up by going for the box sled again. Well, no boxes there. Ow. I could have just picked that one up. I'll get this one. There you are, okay. Skip the door animation by equipping this here. And then die. Or just mess it up that way again. Whatever. Yeah, and I should have known that would happen. A weird, terrible thing happened where I couldn't do the fight as quickly because it did an uppercut instead of the second stone hands. Because of the fact that Doug hits sideburns in the first room of that registry. It's all very strange and weird. But basically, I should have remembered that was going to be impossible here. Get out of here! Oh, he walked too slowly to actually get there in time. For me to hit him with his friend. Alright, back to the end game here. And there you are. But you're still alive! Hi, pretty face guy with a lead pipe. PFGW. Oh, whoops. I was too busy thinking of letters to remember how to do this fight correctly. Shoot. At least we got the gym jump. Ow, boys. No, that's the plague. Aye! The plague are still scary, though. Defense. Hi. That killed him? Man, easy JP is wild. Okay, let's do this right. Wrong! Yeah. That's what I thought, like, and he actually perfectly blocked me from being able to save it by kicking me exactly at the moment that he did, which overrode me saving the fight with a well-timed stone hands when he was running back to me. That's what Roxy meant. The Dragon Twins are still a problem in the easiest difficulty mode. There are the Owlboys. Alright, let's get floating state back. Let's do a high jump to make myself stronger. Weapon lag. That's better. It's a bit embarrassing to mess it up when you only have to do it 3 times, but I think I messed it up there. Oh yeah, that's a fun thing that can happen. If you hit him with a couple of your punches, but run too far, and then you slide through him after the first 2 punches, it just wakes him up. It overrides his stun state. And so then he can just do exactly what he just did and then unreactably kill me. Because this game is perfect. At least this is a practice run. But yeah, it tells you just how brutal all the other difficulty... Well, I guess we're saving Cindy. It tells you just how brutal all the other difficulty modes are. Now that you see, like, how immediately you die in the easiest difficulty mode if you make one mistake here. I completely messed that up. Don't go through him. Alright, that... See, my... Of course I started off the run well that time, but then I absolutely blew it up at the ending. So we definitely have to do at least one more there. Let's grab this. This works just as well as a crate. It's basically the same thing. Yeah. It's really freaking hard to get through the dump without getting hit. I thought I was, like, at a completely different phase of reality than the chain. It really surprised me that I got hit by that instead of the second person. But then I looked at the stream and it's like, okay, I guess it wasn't that far away from me. So we'll get... Oh, no, we won't get the crate, because it's not even spawned in right now, is it? No, it is. Okay. This pattern again. I don't think that's the optimal way to do this, but it's okay. Perfect. Excellent. Slow warehouse fight, but we got the perfect Rocco fight anyway. But, oh, I missed my dash. Whatever. That only costs like a second and a half. But it feels bad. High chance to lose the chain here. Here he comes! I could smell him. That was a well-timed strike without seeing him at all. High chance of losing the chain. Nope, this pattern's fine. Tough platforming. Get away from me. Oh, shoot. I was one pixel too far left. That's alright. Oh, God, that was bad spawning. Baseball. I played baseball with a bat as the ball. That's River City Ransom for you. That's how we do it in River City. Goodbye, Turk. Homeboys, I have to reset. No, this is fine. What? Everybody stopped at the weirdest time. That didn't make any sense to me. Yeah. I just completely messed that up. Let's just stop him in his tracks and then just lose 10 seconds for no reason. Doesn't matter. Oh my god, I missed my dash and then got stuck in a pixel on the wall. I had to move down to be able to actually move again. Because some of the walls in this game are glitchy, and I managed to find the exact glitch pixel on that wall. Somehow. Let's take this, so we can try a stupid thing again. And then get hit, and then have it be kicked away. Owlboys. Okay. Yep, that's why we call them the Owlboys. I don't know if I can do anything here. Yeah, that's River City Ransom right there. Man, I just cannot do this right now. That's a shame. And the same thing there. I should have known because I had to knock those guys over. Still couldn't do the fast version of that fight because knockdown value was stored in Thor's data and it made it so that I couldn't stone hands him again. This is bad. Okay, I managed to run straight through him. Same thing here. Oh, I missed picking him up. Okay, let's do this. Now will they... Nope, they won't. I scrolled the screen too far. Oh, ow boys, ow boys, ow boys, ow boys, ow boys, ow, ow. Ow, 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 yeah, ow. In Kunio games, you have no idea when they will strike or how. Whoops. My bad. I messed this up again. I need to not run into a wall here or else I'll die. Where is everybody? What in God's name? What were they doing? I almost reached the Dragon Twins door before they actually showed up. I'm dying a lot in Easy JP right now. That's really embarrassing. But it also is a testament to just how ridiculous this game is. Ow, boys. Why can't I hit the— What is going on? Where are you going? Have to get floating state back. Okay. I was really late there. Did I? What did I forgot to do something. Alright, there's another run done. I'm dying a lot more than I would like to right now. So let's try at least one more. I should probably just practice the end game at some point. I hope everybody's doing well. Sidewalk time. Keep your enemies safe. What are you doing? Empty. Nope, okay. But it's the jocks. I'll just let them get to the right side here. So now... Uh-oh. Okay, shoot. I thought I was gonna land on the tire. That didn't kill him in Easy JP? Okay. I'm gonna set this up the safe way. Oh my god. That might have been, actually, the fact that he was the stamina specialist might have made the difference there. There goes Blade. And here goes my chain. Nope, get out of here. I'm getting this pattern a lot. Pretty face guy and weapon guy. I got the bump. That gets me up there quicker. There's the tough platforming done. Oh god, they perfectly flanked me. What is the other guy doing? He got through oh my god. Okay. River City Ransom. No homeboys. Okay, that's fine. Whoa! I probably don't have to do a dashing throw there. Okay. Got the stone hands. See if we can grab a box here. Yes, we can. Homeboys! That was a bad idea anyway. Where's the other guy? Do this. Skip the door animation. And then carry out a really bad idea. I just can't. I'm doing it late every single time, like a frame late. What? How did I pick him up there? I can't get the Kobayashi fight to go right, unfortunately. I thought I was dashing there. I guess I hit A on the same frame that I dashed. This is a bad situation. I didn't get through him that time. That's exactly what I was trying to do by collecting those coins that way. Cowboys. That's fine. Let's try and do this fight correctly this time. Nope, I did it wrong. Ay. Finally messed up the gym jump. I need to remember to get floating state when I'm up there. Oh god, he almost perfectly set me up to get hit stunned there. What are you doing? Alright, get floating state. Big jump. Now I'm stronger. Okay, we're good. Let's not die here now. There we go. That's the correct Simon fight. That's a cleaner finish. Nice. But I have unfinished business, man. Why can't I do this anymore? Because I can. Nice adjustment. Missed it. Missed the frame perfect. What? There we go. That's how you do it. Okay. I think I've done... I'm feeling good about this right now. I think I'm gonna save some River City Ransom EX derusting for next time. I am going to raid somebody new this time. Just a short stream today, so I can go out and enjoy the weather. It's so nice out right now. But that was a good starting point. I have things to work on with this game. I'd like to try to make the end game a bit more consistent, even though it is frickin' River City Random, but still. I could definitely improve my gameplay, that's for sure. But I'm going to raid Toad22484, who is something of... like a beloved NES speedrunner. And it took me a long time to finally follow him for some reason. But he's also doing some retrothon derust. I think he's probably playing a crap ton of games for it. I'm playing 4 games for retrothon, and that compared to some people, that's barely a drop in the bucket. Some people are doing an amazing amount of games. Yeah, feel free to check out Toad. I don't know exactly what game this is. Is this Spelunky? But probably gonna see a lot of different cool NES games during that stream. Feel free to hang out. Thank you all for hanging out today. I hope everybody enjoyed. Really appreciate it, always. And I'll be back sometime soon with more practice. Until then, wish you all the very best life has to offer. Have a beautiful one. Dream on, folks. Peace. Thank you so much.